Hi, and welcome to part 2 of April 30th edition of Solve the Wall with Mrs. Owens. Today we're going to start with elapsed time. Let's get started with our hour hand on our beginning time. Our hour hand is the shorter hand that doesn't have to quite reach the number. So we are here at 5. And I'm going to go ahead and do the hour hand for our ending time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And if you notice, it's not on the 8 yet, so we are at 7 hours. Moving on to our minute hands. Minute hand is this red one. It's the longest hand because it has to touch those little tiny tick marks. And this one is right at 12 o'clock, and that is actually 0 minutes. So this one here is starting at 5 o'clock. Let's move over to this one. Our ending time, that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 41, 42. So we have an activity starting at 5 o'clock and we are ending at 7:42. One way to do elapsed time is do a number line. And we'll start with our beginning time. And we need to end at 7:42. So we'll just put it there for now. So I notice that I can add hours first because I have 5 to 7. So I can go 1 hour, 2 hours. So that's 1 hour that I've added, which makes it 6 o'clock. Another hour, which would make it 7 o'clock. Now, to get from 0 minutes to 42, I could count by ones or by tens, but I just know that 0 plus 42 is going to give me my minutes. So our answer to this one is our elapsed time was 1 hour, 2 hours, so 2 hours and 42 minutes. Okay, let's move on to our story problem. Oh, these are my favorite, I have to admit. So first thing we want to do is remember we're going to use the R, read, D for draw, W for write. Easy way to remember that. It's a strategy to help you understand what's being asked in the problem. So my first step is Sophie Sophie finds 35 rocks. I like to circle numbers as I find them, and I always circle the label so I know what that number is representing. Alex found 25 rocks. They put their rocks together, so they and four other friends. Notice I put the word they in there because we have 4 here and they, so we have friends plus they, can paint them. If they paint them the same amount, how many will each person get to paint? Let's reread it. And let's make sure we understand what's being asked. Sophie finds 35 rocks. So Sophie's finding rocks. Alex is finding rocks. They're going to put those, here is a key word. To put something together means that we usually are going to add. They're going to put these rocks together. So they and their 4 other friends can paint them. If they paint the same amount, that means we're dealing with equal groups. If they paint the same amount, how many will each is letting us know there's, again, equal groups. How many will each person get to paint? Okay, so I'm going to underline my question. If they paint the same amount, how many will each person get to paint? So we're wanting to find out how many rocks each person will get to paint. I'm going to write my sentence down here. Each person will get to paint blank rocks. Okay, I think I understand. We have 2 kids out there finding rocks that they're going to put together, and then they're going to share those with 4 other friends and themselves. Don't forget there's they, and those they would be 1, 2. So we have actually 6 people that are going to share. Okay, step 1. I think we should figure out how many rocks they have. So I'm going to do the tape diagram. And this one here is going to be Sophie's rocks. So here is Sophie. And since they're putting them together, together means we're going to add them up. So I'm going to put Alex's right next door. So Alex and Sophie have rocks, and according to the problem, Sophie has 35 rocks and Alex found 25. So this looks like a part, and we want to find out what the whole amount is. And I better label what those numbers mean. Inside there, those numbers are the rocks. I'm going to use the letter R for the total rocks. So I'm going to go 35 plus 25 equals R. And I like to add my numbers vertically, meaning up and down. 5 plus 5 is 10. 3, 4, 5, 6. So it looks like they found a total of 60 rocks. So that was our step 1. We figured out how many rocks. Now we're going to take those rocks and we're going to have to share those rocks. So we have 60 rocks and we have to share those rocks equally between how many people. And it looks like we have Sophie, Alex, and 4 others. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are not very equal groups. I'm going to try that again. Sophie, Alex, friend 1, friend 2, friend 3, friend 4. So each of these boxes right here represents a person. And if you need to, I can say this is Sophie, Alex, friend 1, friend 2, friend 3, friend 4. So I've got this all laid out, and this looks like a division problem because we have the total amount and we have to share them out with each other. So let me write my equation. 60 divided by 6 equals, I'm going to write N this time, N being each person's rocks. Okay, so I have to divide, and I'm going to do a sharing to help me figure this out. If you already know your facts, you probably already know the answer. But if you don't, you just share. So you could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I like to do tallies, and on my 5th one, I like to cross it like that. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, again 55, tally marks, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. So according to this person, Sophie's going to get 10, Alex is going to get 10, friend 1 will get 10, friend 2, friend 3, friend 4. So each person will get to paint 10 rocks. And that is a way of solving a 2-step story problem. I appreciate you stopping by today and hope to see you soon on more Mrs. Owens math lessons.